we haven't done this in a while, so I think you know what's coming. Because every time we make one of these lately, it's not what we're hoping for. Kyle had his routine MRI on September 25th. Regular every 3-month MRI. It was the first one since his brain surgery on June 25th, his lit surgery. It was very successful surgery, but he had that MRI and we were feeling like everything's gonna go great. We went on to have like a lovely few days running our first 10K and then celebrating Kyle's 21-year alive-iversary. 21 years since I gave him 3 to 6 months to live on September 29th. And unfortunately, September 30th, we had a call with Kyle's neurosurgeon, and that call did not go as we expected. Is how you could put that. We were just thinking he's gonna be like, great to see you, everything looks good, see you in 3 months. That call went something like, there's likely tumor progression in the cavity where Kyle had his full resection of Tommy the tumor last September. And it is in a different spot than what was addressed in June of this year. So where he had the lit surgery back in June, that spot looks great. Everything has healed, there's no inflammation, everything looks phenomenal. So like, that's good news. Also the cerebellum tumor still looks the same. No progression, no shrinking, but continuing to keep an eye on it. But further back in the cavity where Kyle's fist-sized tumor was removed September last year, there is a spot that looks like it's likely cancerous. Now, he can't definitively confirm that it is cancer until they go in for surgery. So the plan is Kyle's having his 6th brain surgery.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a gut punch. We found out on Tuesday that this was happening and that the plan was that Kyle's going to have another lit surgery, which is laser interstitial thermal therapy. So it's they drill a small hole into the brain and then first they take a biopsy, then they insert a laser, and they calibrate the heat of that laser using an MRI machine, which he's in during the surgery.
It's
minimally invasive.
Yes.
Yes, minimally invasive. He recovered super well from the last one. So that is the surgery he'll be having. And we found this out on Tuesday thinking, okay, great. We're going to have a couple weeks to figure out logistics because if you don't know, Kyle's neurosurgeon is in Arizona and we're not trusting anyone here to do that surgery. And also, I think there's 5, maybe 10 hospitals in the whole of America that do this lit surgery. So we're trusting his neurosurgeon.
We didn't even know
about the surgery, that it was an option until June.
Yeah.
It's only ideal if the tumor is less than 3 centimeters. So this is reading 13 by 10 millimeters, which is good. It's not huge. But so we find this out on Tuesday. And then Wednesday I call and I'm like, hey, can we get this scheduled? The scheduler's like, I have to wait for orders to go through. I'll call you tomorrow. And Thursday I'm driving down to the big city to go to my own doctor's appointment. And I get down the canyon where you have no service and I have a voicemail and it says, we need to schedule Kyle's surgery for next week, October 8th. So not even a week away. Less than a week from that call. So I proceeded to have a panic attack in the lobby of the doctor's because I was just overwhelmed with everything. And none of that really matters.
Yeah, so it matters.
But
it matters a lot.
Yeah. We have been able to sort everything out. And by we, I mean logistics of flights and housing and all of that, boarding Willow, and it's just chaotic because we leave in less than 2 days. We will be in Arizona this time 2 days from now.
Oh my God.
And we're just feeling a little overwhelmed. I'm feeling overwhelmed. There's also just a little bit of fear because where this spot is in Kyle's brain is right in this area that can affect his mobility. And specifically, he already has some slight right side weakness. And Dr. Smith had to let us know there's a potential that could be worse after the surgery. But he also reassured us he's going to do everything he can for that to not be the case, but that's a possibility. And Kyle, I feel like this is the first time with surgery, with treatment, I've actually seen him worried and like angry at the situation, which is hard to see. And I wish I could just like take that away and reassure you that everything is going to be fine, but I don't know that. So instead, I painted my fingernails. Because for the last 6 years of our relationship, Kyle's like, you look so good with your nails painted. Why don't you ever paint your nails? And I just had this thought, like, I'm going to surprise him and paint my nails to just lift his spirits. So that's what I did before this video.
Yes.
And I surprised him.
Yes.
And he was shocked.
Yes, I was.
And I think he lifted his spirits.
It did.
So when he wakes up from surgery, I'll be like, hello! So that's where we're at. It's a bit of a gut punch, to say the least. Did not see this coming because literally 2 days prior, we ran a 10K. We crushed it. Like, Kyle feels healthy and strong, and like I've just like noticed him improving. He's made comments to me like, have you noticed that my right foot's not dragging as much? And like, it's just hard to know that that might change. And we're staying optimistic that that's not the case, but there's that fear in the back of our mind. But yeah, we're heading to Arizona again.
God.
For Kyle's 3rd brain surgery with Dr. Smith.
I missed like my 6th overhaul.
Yeah. So we have to go get a lot of things done. We need to pack. We need to clean our house because also my little sister is in Colorado. She was supposed to stay the night tomorrow, and unfortunately she's not going to be able to because we're leaving bright. It will not be bright because it will be at 5:30 in the morning. We will be leaving for the airport. So, and we have...
5:30?
Yeah. So it just wouldn't make sense for her to stay here. But we're going to go spend the day with her tomorrow. She's visiting friends, so she's staying with them. Anyways, you don't need all these details. But we have to get everything done today. And I think I'm slightly disassociating because I'm just like, it has to happen. I feel like this might come across that I have no emotions, but I'm just honestly kind of numb to that, like, this is the reality. And I feel like I've totally been disassociating of like just trying to like keep moving because that's all I can do. I mean, and that's what I have to do to get to Arizona in just 2 days' time. And then I guess I'll process the emotions, as I sit in the lobby by myself while Kyle has surgery.
It's a shame.
It is what it is. So, let's go. Get ready to go take Kyle to Arizona to have brain surgery.
I just can't believe it. We're like having brain surgery again.
Yeah.
My gosh. It's like 3 by this doctor, 6 total.
Yeah. Although we did have our last pottery class yesterday, and we were talking to one of the women. She said her friend or someone she knows, she just had her 21st brain surgery. She's doing well. And so it just gives me like comfort to know that like we've been told by Dr. Smith that there's an endless amount of times that he can have this slit surgery, but that just kind of reinforced that, like, if things change, of course, we don't know what they're going to find when they go in. Hopefully it's not cancerous and it is necrotic tissue, or the same situation of what happened in June of just like inflamed, compromised tissue, but not necrotic or cancerous. But if it is cancerous, one thing that we have to think about is that could change that. Kyle's not on any treatment right now, which has been really great, that he has like freedom to do kind of whatever he wants, and he doesn't have to wear Optune. And we are also prepared that could change.
God.
And also keeping an eye on this new advanced treatment coming out of Germany, where they like use your own immune system to help target the tumor. I have a friend whose dad is currently in Germany doing it, and we would love to make that happen, but it's expensive. It's like $40,000, but it's very promising. So that's just something that's on our radar that we might need to fundraise for, depending on how things shake out and what we decide we want to do. Especially considering that when we've talked to Dr. Smith about treatments that are coming out of Germany specifically, he was like, I'm all for that, because in Europe, they have a universal healthcare system. So their research is very different. They're very much looking for cures as opposed to like American healthcare, because they have to pay for it. It like comes out of your taxes. It's coming from the federal government. So they're more willing and more looking for answers. So all that to say, that's something that's on our radar.
I'm stuck in Optune. I was a pain in the...
You don't want to wear that.
No.
That's like a last resort.
Yeah.
Let's go get all the things we need to get done, and let's take you to Arizona with us. All right. We'll see you in Arizona.